Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Mercedes and this is the Frugal Life with Mercedes. So, Virginia now has a tax if you have a fuel efficient car. Let that sink in. I have to pay extra taxes because I'm making a smart financial decision by having a smaller car. Mind-boggling. So today I paid my vehicle registration on the DMV app, and I always do, they have an option where you can do 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years. I'm saying that because I know I have people from other countries watch and also people from other states, and I don't know how they do it in other states. But I always do the 3 years, so I just pay it and get it over with, and I got a whopping $4 discount for doing so. Then as I'm checking out, I am notified that I also have a highway use tax that I have to pay, which is $120. $120. And I can't opt out of it. Now, when you click on it, because you're like, what the heck is that? Basically, if you drive a gas guzzler, so a car that is bad for the environment and uses up precious fossil fuels that are finite more, you either don't pay or you pay a much smaller fee than what I do. So I drive a Chevy Spark, so it's super fuel efficient, but it's a highway use tax, and it basically offsets the fact that I use less gas. Because when you buy gas, you're paying tax, which goes apparently to the state of Virginia, if you live in Virginia or you're buying gas in Virginia. So it is to go towards the maintaining of highways from the use of the gas guzzlers. Because if I'm driving less, which I do, I somehow have to pay for other people driving more. It makes no sense. It is absurd. So the state of Virginia is robbing me, essentially. I did not vote for this. I did not approve this. I do not approve this message at all. And tomorrow I am going to be writing a letter to the Virginia governor. And I am going to keep writing letters. And some of you might be like, well, nothing's going to happen. But I am going to make sure that they know that I know that they are robbing me and that this is wrong. Now, I understand people like their big vehicles, especially in America. People love their big vehicles. My significant other drives a Jeep. You can't get any, unless you drive like a Hummer, they are not fuel efficient at all. And that is his personal choice. But I personally think that somebody that drives a Jeep should have to pay more than me with a fuel efficient car. It clearly states that because your car is fuel efficient, you are in turn buying less gas. So this is to offset that. So they are basically encouraging you to drive more, so put more pollution into the earth, use more of our finite resources, and drive a bigger car that is more expensive, which I have mentioned before that in the state of Virginia, our property tax is obscene. So Brandon's property tax is like triple what mine is. So of course they want me to buy a gas guzzling car because then I wouldn't have to pay as much of this highway use tax, but then they would come up and get me with the property tax. So it's getting ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. For them to say, hey, you drive a fuel efficient car, so you got to pay an extra tax for the privilege of driving a fuel efficient car. Now, why do I drive a small car? There are many, many reasons. I've always driven small cars. One, they are more cost effective. The initial price, whether it is used or new, is significantly cheaper. Property tax is significantly cheaper. The fuel efficiency is significantly better. Plus, I'm a small person, and I have met people that are small like me, but they like being in big vehicles because they said that they can see more. I don't like that. It makes me uncomfortable. I have driven Jeeps, I have driven trucks, I have driven, what was that? Drove a Hellcat. Like, my ex partner, he was a car salesman, so I've driven all sorts of cool sportsy cars. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I prefer little tiny cars. It's a personal preference, but I do try to be environmentally conscious. So the better fuel efficiency, the better on your pocketbook, the better on the planet. And I do want to say, and I've said several times in this video, gas is a finite resource. So, it'll not be here at some point. But I'm just venting right now, but I will be writing a letter to the governor and let him know how outraged I am, because I am. Like, it is ridiculous that I am being punished for driving a fuel efficient car. I also want to point out that I will be stating in that letter, I don't even drive on the highway. So I am paying $120 for the privilege of having a fuel efficient car to help upkeep Virginia highways when I don't even drive on the highway. Like, ever. Like, once in a great, great while, I do not drive on the highway. Because of where I work and where I live, I don't need to. And also, the average Virginian drives about 12,000 miles a year. I drive maybe 6 or 7. So why should I have to pay an extra fee? Because I don't go anywhere. Like, a lot of Virginians commute too, and I don't have a long commute. So anyway, I am outraged, and I am going to be writing a letter. I can't write it right now because I am really not happy that I'm getting robbed by the state of Virginia again by something else. Because I mentioned it to Brandon and he didn't know what I was talking about. I thought everybody had to pay it, but I guess if your car is above a certain weight class, or Google even said if your car is a gas guzzler, you won't be charged. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? So, the injustices of the world. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.